I'm Giovanni Jenkins, Athletic Director here at Washburn High School, and I had the privilege of being on this wonderful 1994 basketball team as a sophomore. This was, in my opinion, hands down, one of the best high school teams ever assembled in the state of Minneapolis, or the state of Minnesota in Minneapolis, and led, which ended up being about a 10-year run of Minneapolis teams dominating the state of Minnesota for basketball. So give this team a round of applause. The 1994 Minnesota State Championship boys basketball team started the season ranked #1 in the state. Head coach Louis Boone had one of the best teams. You can stand right here next to me. Yes, please stand next to me. Coach Louis Boone had one of the best teams Minnesota high school basketball had ever assembled. With the pressure of high expectations and the amount of support and discipline it took to keep the team focused and safe, it was a challenge in itself to get us to where we got to. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna ad-lib a little bit. The amount of support that we had that year to keep us focused was second to none. Those of you that know what was going on in the 90s here in Minneapolis with the gangs and everything else, it was tough. And what we had is we had a structure that was, because of Coach Boone, we had a structure in place that we knew that we had to answer to somebody that understood that greatness was expected. We challenged him every single day. He came to work and he knew that he was earning his money, not only coaching his son, but coaching his son's best friends, which was also a reason why we were successful, because we were really close. When we got to the point where we knew we were #1 and we knew that the state expected us to do great things, there were some things that came into play. Some things that came in were the challenges that we had to face. We overcame together, and we overcame them because we know that Coach Louis Boone, the direction that he wanted us to go was up and not to follow in the footsteps of others that did not succeed. Coach Boone led the team that started a decade-long run in the dominant Minneapolis City Conference teams, winning the Minnesota State Basketball Championships, including 6 by Minneapolis North, 4 by Henry, and 2 by Washburn. Coach Boone was fortunate that his starting 5 included his oldest son, Aaron, and his 4 best friends. In the final game, Byron Sutto led the Millers with 17 points, followed by Aaron Boone, 13, Jason Collins, 11, Adrian Patterson, 10. The Washburn Millers finished the season 28-1 record with only 1 loss coming to Minneapolis North. For those of you that did not know this, when North beat us here, it sparked something which was a rivalry, but it was a good rivalry. And that next game we played them, in the second game we played them, we all got the big payback carved into our heads, shaved into our heads, and I remember that being a highlight for us. You know, things that you remember. We all went and we got our heads shaved, we got the big payback, and we came on, we dominated North at their place that night, due to the fact that we had Byron, we had Eric, we had King, we had Big Moose, we had Eric, I said that. Aaron, and all of these guys, we grew up with these guys over North. But the rivalry was so clean that when we got to this point, we knew that the Big Payback Part 2 was going to be the section final game. When we played them in the section finals, it was one of the hardest games we ever had to play, knowing that the best team in the state of Minnesota was us, and the next best team was obviously Minneapolis North High School. When we got to that point and we finally overcame, what I remember most is that Coach Boone, the enjoyment that Coach Boone had on his face for us culminating that, the culmination of our season was a time when Coach Boone looked at us and he told us that it was because, I'm sorry. Coach Boone, you mean a lot to me. I appreciate everything. I'm gonna ad-lib. I'm just gonna say thank you for being here. Please take it from here.
I feel your pain, Coach Jenkins. Let me just talk just off the top, and I won't be long. Losing my voice with this air quality stuff. But basically, we had a hard working group of young men, and I still remember sitting in Raleigh Delap's office, first principal that I worked for, and feeling the elation of being hired for the job of head basketball coach here at Washburn High School. Excuse me. It was 2 years after Minneapolis Central closed, and someone said earlier, once a Miller. It doesn't sound like that. Once a Miller, and that's kind of a mantra I developed here at Washburn, having children that have gone here and future ninth grader coming in here, grandson. So yeah, once a Miller, always a Miller, and I developed that, and I gave that heartfelt ownership to our kids, and they performed. Now, looking back, I won't be long as I said. Looking back, we had a difficult time in the state tournament, and we had a 1-point opening round win in overtime. 1-point overtime win in the opening round. In the semifinals, we had a 12-point win. And in the finals, we had a 1-point buzzer beater for a win. And we played every strong team in the state that year. Every one. We didn't avoid anybody. And we always rose to the occasion. And the word that comes to mind for this group was perseverance. I mean, they were not to be denied. And what helped them was their camaraderie and their love for each other. And if we can carry that through, there is nothing that you can't achieve. And that's been my thought as a person as well as a coach. So without further ado, we'll bring up players and their representatives and honor them with the honor that you bestowed in them. And I want to thank the community and the committee, school staff, for just really going above and beyond the call of duty and putting on performance like this. And it goes a long way to bringing people together, bringing communities together, and above all, bringing the student body together. We need that. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. And now I'm just going to read off the people that are here representing. I'll read off names that are not here first. Danny Yarbrough, who's on our team, is not here tonight. Round of applause for Danny Yarbrough. Marcus Westbury, not here, is on our team. Come on up, Byron Suttles. Byron Suttles. And Aaron Boone Jr. is here representing for Aaron Boone, senior. Come on up. Eric Minia, come on up. Chris Snoddy was also on that team. Round of applause for Chris Snoddy. And Jay Collins was on that team. Round of applause for Jay Collins. Tony Kauff was on that team. Round of applause for Tony Kauff. Adrian Patterson Jr. is here representing Adrian Patterson Sr. Shania Carpenter Patterson is here representing Cheyenne. My apologies. And last but not least, Fahim Majid is here. You're not last, Coach Boone's last. Fahim Majid. And last but not least, Coach Louis Boone. Thank you. And me.
One last thing, I mentioned that I've worked with 10 principals and 2 ADs, and I'm just as proud as could be to have an AD like Giovanni Jenkins.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it.